So this is, a picture of some of the people that got us here. The middle picture is from our West Coast meetup. I didn't have time to put together some of the other meetups that you guys threw. That was so awesome. I'd love to just keep that going too. That's Vanessa at Global Genes, just trying to learn as much as we can. This is Rachel and I with the Rare X team. But most of all, I want to thank you guys. Like, showing up, I actually can say I know what a sacrifice it was to get you guys here. You're financially, logistically, you chose to spend your vacation with us, and it means the world. And that's how I know we're gonna do stuff. We're gonna make this happen. Your presence is powerful. Like Rachel said earlier today, as parents, we all remember the day when our lives changed. And we realized our parenting journey was gonna be different. There's a poem that actually Michelle shared when I first joined and I signed into a Zoom, and it's about, arriving in Holland. Other people I've since learned call it Beirut, and I think that also kind of resonates a little bit. But we also remember the day we made the decision that this isn't enough, not for our kids, and we decided to make the change. And this foundation was born from that drive. And I just want to share a quick story of how I got here. April 18th, 2022 is when my world shifted. A doctor sat across from me and told me my son had a disease so rare, never heard about it before, didn't know much about it. He told me letters, numbers, that was it. Okay, what are the treatments? What are the therapies? I don't know. But he said, there's a Facebook group. I'm like, woo! I gotta get back on Facebook. I just got off Facebook to protect my peace. If there's any genetic counselors here, stop. Oh, he was like, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna teach me. I'm like, well, you can give me my copay money back. Stop. Tell your Tell your geneticist. Stop saying that to us. We don't want to be the teachers. Like, I don't want that. You're the doctor. So, I kind of sat with this, and I ran to the internet and I saw, developmental delays, absent delayed speech. And I looked at my 16-month-old and, my dreams of, Little League, going to college, first dance at his wedding, were kind of slowly transitioned into like daily therapies and being a lifelong caregiver. And in that moment, I felt as a mom, like my power slipped away. So I joined that Facebook group. And I saw all of you, and I saw your stories, and I saw your conversations, and it gave me hope. But I also saw your questions. And, I looked at Colin, and I was like, let's get to work. So I joined the foundation. So actually, I had a really good cry, like a really good one, whew, that was great. And then, I kind of metaphorically put it in my handkerchief, put it in my pocket, and I let that drive me every day. Sometimes you gotta take it out again. You gotta allow yourself that good cry. But I joined the foundation. The foundation joined Combined Brain. We tricked Rachel into joining us. Rachel, did a strategic plan, got it published. We raised money, and we funded our first studies that you guys heard about. And I know someone asked earlier, kind of what is that price tag? And Rachel and I were just kind of doing back of the numbers, crunching really fast. And to date, we've spent around $435,000 on the research you guys heard about today. And to kind of keep it moving and to fund some of those options you saw, we need to turn that number to a little over $600,000. So we launched Rare X. We got our gene review published by Dr. Alicia. We completed our disease concept model that you heard about that's about to be published. We discovered many of our kids have apraxia and dysarthria, and we published that too. And now we've identified drugs that upregulate MED13L. And so now we're preparing for what many of us have really hoped for, a clinical trial. But we can't do trials without data. And so that is why I have been bombarding you with Rare X, and then I made Inan bombard you with Rare X, and then I made Michelle reach out to you and some of the other regional ambassadors, and this is why. We asked, and over 100 of you guys showed up and completed those brutal surveys, especially the Vineland. But because of it, we are going to have the most comprehensive study on MED13L ever published. And that is going to directly change the care our children receive. You did that with your time, with your honesty, and with your story. You are the engine of this mission. Fast forward to today. And yesterday, we started the EEG study, and nearly 30 kids, hopefully, there's still a few extra spots in case anybody wants to sign up, go up there, with research-grade EEGs and a world-class scientific team searching for a biomarker that shows that we can show when a drug is working. That costs around $40,000. Because there are drugs that can help our kids live their best life, but as we heard, the FDA needs us to prove how. So today we're launching the MIND study, a natural history study with Boston Children's. It's $250,000. This is our biggest investment to date. And we've just launched Citizen, our medical data platform, because we need both pieces of the puzzle. We need caregiver-reported surveys, which is Rare X and Simon's. Thank you guys, because I know it's brutal. And Citizen, so much easier. You guys just do it, you can upload it. So if you can do only one thing from this weekend, I would say scan Citizen. It's actually, you need to show me proof to get into the party tonight that your sign up thing. So I will be checking, won't be checking IDs, will be checking this. So please scan this. And you also heard we're launching a community survey because everyone in this room is different. We come from different backgrounds, values, and we all have different goals for our children. Some are focused on therapeutics, and some are on acceptance, inclusion, and quality of life. And all of it matters. All of it is valid. No matter your goals, cure, care, quality of life, the foundation exists to support all of them and the community we're building together. I've read your posts, your emails, your texts. I've cried with you, and I've celebrated your inchstones with you. And I felt the weight of the unknown alongside of you. This is why this survey matters. So scan this one, guys. What do you want us to go after next? What would make the biggest difference in your family's life? This community belongs to all of us. Your voice shapes the path forward. I've heard a lot of feedback more than once. I personally am confusing. I understand that. ChatGPT is helping me. And all of it's a lot. Katie, it's a lot. Stop. And I hear that. I receive that. And I am here for you. I'm here to answer your questions. But I also need you. I need each and every one of you. You don't need to be a geneticist. You don't need to run a nonprofit to make a difference. My last biology class was in 2002, and I got a C plus, but still. And now I'm just a lawyer who reads small print for a living. I didn't totally understand everything going on. Rachel does, so. But, we have Vanessa, and not everyone can be a Vanessa, who's an amazing nurse and insanely talented with her graphic design. And Rachel, who I don't even think there's words to describe Rachel. And I think we all really saw that with the materials that were put together today. But you don't need to know how to explain the research we're funding. Ask a local restaurant to donate 20%. Invite your friends and family. Start a Facebook fundraiser. Share our website. There's no Hallmark card for what we're going through, but your people want to show up for you. The small act gives them a way to help, and it helps us grow, and it helps us bring in the resources we need. And I know how hard it is to fill out all of these surveys and have to answer no, no, no. And that's why I use a mantra I hold close. Not yet. And it's the power of yet. and that's why you'll see it on some of the bracelets out there. My Colin cannot speak yet. He cannot run or jump yet. There is no treatment yet. This is how we take back our power, by making every story count. I have so many hopes for this weekend, but my biggest one is to build community. We need more parents helping shape our goals, research, education, funding, outreach, and more. Everyone wants something different, and we need to make it all happen, but we need you. Sometimes making the world better doesn't mean reinventing it. Sometimes it just means creating space for the people already in it. Let's imagine a world worthy of our children, of their love, kindness, and joy. And let's make it happen. Let's lead with love. Let's keep learning, even when Google tells us we're wrong or no one knows the answer yet. Let's not be afraid to make mistakes and not be afraid of missing the lessons they offer. We're not the future. We can't wait for it. We are the moment. And we must use our voices for our children who don't yet have one. We've heard no or I don't know so many times. It's become the soundtrack to our yes. We're not waiting for a turn. We're stepping up and saying, it's our turn now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. And thank you for making every story count. Let's get to work, guys.